One of the most critical aspects of a good hunting property this time of year is access. Good access getting in, quiet access getting in and out. Recently, we've been working on some properties here in Upper Michigan, designing some plans and implementing those plans. We needed some access for hunter access to and from stands. So we had Brandon with First Choice Food Plots come in with his forestry mulcher and spend a few hours on each property. One of the things I found interesting is Brandon started about 10:30, 11 o'clock on one property, did some boundary roads, and he also did some pathways right to the bottom of the base of each deer stand. I used my tiller on the back of my tractor to do another one, and you'll actually get to see that particular trail right after we get done talking here. But anyway, what I found interesting is we were out of this property about 1 o'clock, and the majority of the deer that we had been seeing on camera were back on the food plots that evening. It took probably about 2 or 3 days to really settle down in the full allotment of deer that we had been monitoring were on the food plots. So if you compare that to we'd been in there for 3 or 4 days with a noisy four-wheeler and high-pitched chainsaw, I don't think the results would have been the same. I think it would have been weeks to get that property to settle down. But the diesel engine and the forestry mulcher, the deer didn't seem to mind at all. And within 2 or 3 days, the deer were back to normal. Then we fast forward, we went to another property about 20 miles north of that and did some more. We recently had some logging done up there, and the hunters just needed a little bit better access to get in and out of the deer stands without tripping over all these logs, trying to maneuver around the drowned trees. Brandon did a wonderful job. He carved out a little food plot that we got planted right away that's actually green. We went and checked on it today, and it's actually green and holding deer. So, it's late October, and you really don't want to get in a project like that right now. But if you do, if you need access, I wouldn't be afraid to run that forestry mulcher probably 3 or 4 days before if you had to go in and rifle hunt it. Say you got a new property, you closed on a property recently, and you just can't get to the areas you want to get into with these forestry mulchers. With people like Brandon who really know what they're doing, it's amazing how fast they work. I figured this was going to take us 5 or 6 hours, and I think Brandon was done in a matter of about an hour and 35 or 45 minutes. So something to think about if you need quick access, quiet access, you need some deer corridors put in, these forestry mulchers with some great operators like Brandon from First Choice Food Plots. He's the guy to call. So we're talking about access today, and I'm sorry I'm whispering because, well, we'll show you in a minute, but we came out today, it's 1 o'clock. I got a nice southwest wind. Perfect time to do this. I'm going to hang a camera on a licking branch in a small kill plot. But we had some visitors when we got here. But when we're talking about access, we'll show you the access trail in a minute, then I'll show you how close we got to these deer. So we've got a golf cart parked right on the back side of this little hill here. And this we did with a tiller. You could do it with a tiller or a forestry mulcher. We're on kind of a sand ridge here. And it's just whisper quiet to walk in. We walk up this little trail, get in the back door of the deer stand. Now the deer stand's got pine boughs piled right up to the window, so you cannot see what's on the food plot. Food plot cannot see you. So I hope you enjoyed that. And as you can see, as we snuck up today on those deer in that hunt plot, it's amazing that if you've got the wind in your favor and you can get in quietly, the blind and the access is well hidden, you can walk right up on these deer. So we were actually going in to hang a camera on that little kill plot, and we just wasn't the right time to do it, so we backed out. We'll try to get in another day again. But I just wanted to emphasize how important access is. And if you need access, like we had Brandon do for us, it's quiet. All those walking paths are quiet. Most of them you can drive an electric golf cart on, which is what we use once deer season starts. But again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in a few days.